I wrote some jokes and I feel all the time like, okay, like now people are laughing, but when I was leaving this, I was crying like a baby. Yeah. And now it's a joke. Yeah, this is the beauty of the life in comedy, I think so.
Hello everyone, welcome back to MANO Beyond Cancer. I am Carmen Monge, and this is a space dedicated to all people with a lived cancer experience. In here, we share our experiences and we learn about this journey called life. Today we are with Selah Ucla. He is a
Yeah.
cancer survivor from Turkey. Hi Selah.
Yeah. Hey, hello.
So the first question is quite easy, is who are you? What are you passionate about right now? And what is your favorite food?
I'm Selah Ucla. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. I do comedy. That's my passion. My show called Cancer, actually. Yeah, and I'm talking about my situation and my story in my show in a comedic way. I make people laugh from my own trauma. Now I see whenever someone makes jokes about something sad, actually, I see, okay, this guy or this person cried about this before and now is comfortable enough to talk about it because I wrote some jokes and I feel all the time like, okay, like now people are laughing, but when I was leaving this, I was crying like a baby. Yeah. And now it's a joke. Yeah, this is the beauty of the life in comedy, I think so. Because I'm from Turkey, for sure it's one of the kebabs,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's called Iskender kebab, actually. It's so basic, but it's the one of the best, and for me, it's the best food in the country.
How was to have cancer in Turkey?
Like I didn't pay anything. This is like a luck. I did all my things in a public hospital actually, and it was kind of like the biggest scary thing in like there is sometimes there is no enough bed for the patient, like you wait in the line, and I traumatized from the line because before diagnosing the cancer, I spent 48 hour just waiting in the line in different places, hospitals. It's a little bit slow, but after you enter it, it's okay, I think so. But I think I feel like I was lucky because I remember I was watching TV and there was like 7 October started that time, like Israel and Palestine attack. And I was seeing a news in TV that was saying cancer patient in Gaza, they cannot finish the treatments because of the electric cut of the Israel. They cut the electrics. And I remember that moment that I felt, oh my God, I'm cancer, but I'm lucky because I wasn't imagine that I will say that I'm lucky because I'm cancer, but I was lucky that I'm having cancer, but in a country that I can treat it. And that's moment I was feeling like, and actually still I'm shocked that a human being can be feeling lucky even when they have the cancer. And this is shows the life, I think, so that even if you have a hard thing in your life, there is people they struggling with more hard things.
Before recording, you were talking about your experience before having cancer. Do you want to share that?
Yeah, I can share about that. It's a kind of funny story now. I'm a healthy person thanks to God or Allah or Jesus or like what you believe. I don't know. I was like a drug addict before that, and I used to have a bad lifestyle. And I joined into the drug life to more than normal. And I remember one day I was sitting in my couch and I was saying, oh God, please help me. Take me out of this thing because I cannot go out because me and my girlfriend in the same time was drug addict. And God helped me. And after a week, I had cancer. Yeah. And now I am a sober guy. I don't do drugs. The last drug that I did it was a chemotherapy. Yeah.
Do you know many cancer survivors, and how can you describe them in one word?
I know some people, but I don't build relations with them because, like, I remember because I'm a comedian, like, the nurse in the hospital told me, oh, go talk with other patients, like, make them laugh. But I said, bro, I'm cancer too. Like, I'm not ready to make jokes about this. But I think with my comedy tour, One of my goals, I want to visit the hospitals in every city that I go, and I see how they living the life and how they, because like the one of the biggest motivation for me when I was in the hospital, because like, oh, you don't know anything about the future. Like if you survived, do you gonna live the normal life? Like this is the biggest questions for the cancer patient. And for me, I whenever I saw was like I was searching on internet all the time, the famous people who had cancer and they having a normal life, and it was motivating me too much. Like whenever I see, I met with some people who had cancer. When I saw the Instagram stories doing parties or something like that, it was motivating me so much because I was saying, okay, I can go back to that life too.
Do you have a side effect that actually you like about having cancer or a superpower that actually cancer gave you?
I use this excuse everywhere. Like when I, for example, when I do some mistakes in a work, or when someone gets mad with me, or I get, for example, the last time I use it, I get bored from the conversation and I said, "Hey, bro, I had cancer. Let's change the topic." Like this is my small card that I use that.
What is the dumbest thing or stupidest thing someone have ever told you about having cancer?
Like this is not a dummy thing, but the thing is make me annoying. Like whenever someone learned that you had cancer, they come with any information that they have in their mind about the cancer directly to your face. They say, "Oh, my cousin had cancer too." I say, "Oh, cool." Then what's happened? They say, "Oh, he dead." I said, "Bro, like it's not helping me." To tell someone that had like if he's survived and he's living for 20 plus years, tell me, but if he's dead, is not helping me.
What changes would you like to see in your community that will support cancer survivors?
Like actually this is the thing is that you're alone, like after the cancer, you know. And people like they support you when you're in the hospital, like when you're bald, they support you, they say, "Oh, Selah, do you need anything?" or something like that. And but when you're healing, like for example, I used to have a business, I lost all my business, and financially I just destroy, I need to start it from zero again. And during that time, it's like maybe the government or anything, they can support more the cancer financially support. I think so. Is this the important thing actually?
The last question, this one is super easy. Is there a characteristic of you that you were like this before having cancer and that you are still like this after having cancer?
I don't think it's in a good way change, but because when you have cancer, you automatically you turn to the survivor mode. Like basically, you think about yourself, and I think after the cancer for a long time, because in my social life I had heartbreaks, and my friends they didn't pass from this exam, I think so, and that's why I became a selfish for a long time. Like me too, for example, my doctor in the beginning of after the treatment told me, don't, because in Istanbul we have cats everywhere, and we like cats, and every Turkish person like cat, and normally we feed the cat and we love the cats, but my doctor told me that don't touch the cats, don't touch the animals, because it might have infection and give it to you. And after that, I remember that I was like deleting the cats, anything, because like for me, the health, it was the beginning of everything. And I remember that like even if you're not liking cats, is like kind of okay, red flag, Now, still for just adapting myself back, I start like slowly, slowly going back. I bought a fish actually to pet my fish because it was the only animal that cannot give me infection. And that's why I was trying to share more and like people more. And that's why I start like, how can I say, do some volunteering jobs because for a long time, I was thinking about myself and I was selfish.
Something else that you want to say?
Yeah, actually, I want to say I told about the financial support, huh? And I have a campaign, guys. This is a thing, and I want to share if it's okay for you. It's like GoFundMe. I'm sorry, I'm modern bagger, but I had cancer, and that's why I'm using my cancer card here too. I'm touring the world with my show actually in 7 February in Tbilisi, and I'm gonna go during that time to do Malaysia. And I hope I can do it. For that, I need your support, guys. Go fund me. And there's the link somewhere there. I think so. She gonna put. Yeah, and yeah, follow me on Instagram too. I'm a comedian. I need followers and follow Carmen too. And yeah, share it with people and make this video watch 10 million, huh? Yeah. That's the goal.
Thank you, Selah, for this interview.
Thank you, Carmen, for these questions.
Do you like this video? Well, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share it with others. Thank you. Bye bye.